Good afternoon. We are Team 5 made up of Ángel Javier Castañeda Capitanache, Daniela Montserrat Almanceguía, Damaris Lisbeth García Montemayor, Omar Denizetti González Garza, Aimee Alejandra Villarreal, and we will present our interactive learning product in which we choose the topic of climate change. Hello, my name is Daniela Montserrat Almanceguía, and I'm going to explain you how is defined the climate change, as well as some causes in this problem, which progresses every day. Introduction. It is important to know well what climate change is, its causes, its consequences, or what actions to take to help. But unfortunately, today many people are unaware of the subject or are due to unreliable information, but it is very necessary to know. Climate change refers to a change in the state of climate that can be identified, for example, through the use of statistical tests, by changes in the mean and or variability of its properties, and that persists over a period of weather. Prolonged, usually decades or more, climate change can be due to internal natural processes or external forces such as modulations of solar cycles, volcanic eruptions, and persistent anthropogenic changes in the composition of the atmosphere or in land use. Note that from World Convention of Climate Change, in its Article 1, defines climate change as a change as climate that is directly or indirectly attributed to human activity, that alters the composition of the global atmosphere and that it adds to the natural climate variability observed over comparable periods of time. Thus, the UNFCCC makes a distinction between climate change attributable to human activities that alter the composition of the atmosphere and climatic variability attributable to natural causes. Causes responsible for climate change is humanity and its greenhouse gas emissions that warm the planet. The best known gas is CO2, which causes 63% of global warming, but there are others such as methane or nitrous oxide.
Hello, my name is Damaris García Montemayor, and I will talk to you about the causes of climate change, its consequences, and what actions we can take to help the environment. Those gases accumulate in the atmosphere, and here they overheat the earth, causing serious consequences according to information from the European Parliament and the World Meteorological Organization. Some causes are polluting transportation, building bombs that need energy rehabilitation, industry as a cause of climate change, excessive waste generation, and the unsustainable agriculture and livestock food system. Consequences. Climate change can have a big impact on anywhere. Some of the consequences are warmer temperature, disappearance of animals, and change of ecosystem. Actions to help. These are some of the everyday changes you can make right now to help avoid a catastrophe as a result of global warming. Use public transport, save energy, inform and educate others. It is important to know this issue and also know what to do about in the order to change this whole situation, as well as knowing what to stop doing. And with our situations, everything can improve over time.
Hi everyone, my name is Omar Gonzalez and today I will explain our problem, specifically how we extend this problem, and this problem is something that affects everybody, and it's necessary to have present the consequences and the possible solution for this, and try to do something to share. Problem statement. Our problem is climate change, which is mainly caused by accumulation of greenhouse gases, which accumulate in the terrestrial atmosphere, which make the heat that enters in the earth by the sun cannot rise back into the space and become enclosed in the planet, causing the glaciers to melt, which leaves animals homeless from the poles and making their food insufficient for their needs, as well as increase in the temperature of the Earth's surface, causing the extinction of different plants and forest fires due to intense heat and human neglect. In addition to the multiplied imbalance of various ecosystems in the planet, until changing their forming function and forming animal species to adapt abruptly to change in their habitats. This loses the varieties of the free recreation and survival for species affected by the climate change. This problem not only affect animals, but also humans, generating new diseases due to toxic gases, the disappearance of the agricultural land, which provide food to the people and highly affected by those due to rising temperatures. The inevitability to size into rises at sea levels. Extreme weather events such as heat waves, storms, acid rains, and droughts. This serious problem not only affects us in the health uses, but also generates economic instability and war. Due to lack of water, the disappearance of entire peoples through the crisis of lack of food. In addition to the countries that are in the time of economic growth, they do not have result from expect growth because their main economic sources cannot be carried out by the constant change in the temperatures generate a lack of sources to obtain and store food, proceed domestic products, generate capital to enter international trading system, and with this the loss of opportunities for growth and access for variety quality service such as foods, electricity, among others. If we do not carry out an efficient rate of action in the face of this problem as soon as possible, it is likely that this problem in the future will be impossible to fix, and as the consequence, the possible end of the human age arises, because the lack of natural resources gradually wipes out the human race until we reach the point where we reach the final extinction.
Hello, my name is Ángel Javier Castellano Capitanache, and in this presentation I will present hypotheses, solutions, and results. The data obtained are not experimental science due to the current situation. It can be done, but we have relied on very well fundamental theoretical data to obtain the best results.
If people use renewable energies in a responsible way, which are obtained from nature, then this will help to avoid the minimize climate change since they do produce greenhouse gases or pollution erosions.
Solution. Based on this, we have solution through that the best solution to climate change will be measured with the largest inclusion of clean or renewable energy market, which do not affect the planet as much in its processing process. Not at the same time of if use molding the problem no longer increases and can be reduced more quickly. One of the best known clean energies is solar energy, which is currently applied in hundreds of houses around the world. Since in addition to being clean, it is an energy that needs a small investment and gives multiple fruits and benefits since it is allows producing energy by sunlight. Besides that, it can only be applied with wind and solar, but also works on alternative to the use of natural gas when used hot water. Since with the same thermal energy of the sun can be heat equally of better water.
Another option of non-fossil fuel is use of ethanol, which is produced through the harvest of starch of glucose of corn, sugar, or sugarcane, which is easily extracted and does not pollute during its creation process and is low in the greenhouse gas and the time of use.
Results. The experimentation of this event is not possible at the moment due to this pandemic, but according to data generated by different companies and campaigns, these changes will make significant change over a period of time of approximately 2 years. Become the pollution produced by cars using non-fossil fuels will be less. Proof of this solid quarantine time that will take place in a new law, in which car traffic and factories were significantly reduced for 40 days, and cloned this air quality improved considerably. Based on this and the operation of factories on a regular basis. During that period of time, greenhouse effects will be significantly lowered and the average temperature to drop considerably.
Hello, good morning. My name is Alejandra Villarreal, and I will tell you about our conclusion as a team about what human beings have to do to reduce the climate change, and also if our hypothesis is correct or not. To survive, the human species needs immediately measures that time is already running against it. Solutions to climate change are urgent. It is necessary to pay attention to the consequence of climate change on the planet and to seek efficient solutions for its mitigation. Renewable energies could solve many of the environment problems, such as radioactive waste. It is a valid alternative for energy production against nuclear energy, acid rain, and atmospheric pollution. Science to prevent carbon dioxide pollution in the environment and is an important part of fixing climate change. Reducing the carbon footprint in the atmosphere involves proving solutions that improve energy efficiency and promote the use of renewable energies. And we must not forget that renewables are clean and inexhaustive resources that not only reduce the levels of pollution on the planet, but also contribute to energy independence, development, and job creation. Furthermore, both renewable energy and energy efficiency have a very positive effect on industries, since an increase in efficiency implies a reduction in costs for companies and an increase in competitiveness. And with this said, we can say that our hypothesis is correct, since if people use renewable energies responsibility, this will have a great impact on minimizing climate change, since they do not emit greenhouse gases in the generation of energy, and as I mentioned above, are inexhaustive sources.